Welcome back to Fight Talk, ladies and gentlemen, whether they're actual boxers and fighters or not. Sold out O2 Arena, that's 20,000 tickets, 20,000 seats sold out. And irrespective if these guys can actually fight in professional rankings or not, they're getting in the ring. And they're going to put on a show for all of us. And to be honest with you, looking at this fight right here, Slim versus FaZe Temperrr, it's actually going to be quite a good technical fight. FaZe Temperrr has an experience in MMA. I think he's got some boxing background, but he's fought competitively in a cage. He's got some decent striking. And Slim Halbahar, regardless of his inexperience as an actual boxer, he's got some serious power. We've seen him beat up Fousey, more Fousey's fault of, acting up Bambi in the ring. And then that last guy in Dubai or wherever it was, he knocked him out quite badly. So it's going to be an entertaining fight at the end of the day. I'm actually going to go with FaZe Temperrr. He's bigger. He looks like he's got more experience, and he actually looks to fight on the outside. I think he's just going to run around and just long shot him, hit him with jabs and straights to a decision. But let's see what happens, man. Who saw that thing with Slim and Adam Saleh, by the way? It was getting roughed up by two other dudes. I think Ryan Taylor and someone else, and they were getting headlocked, power slammed, all this were left on the floor like something. Did you see that?
I didn't see that.
But he needs redemption. He needs to show himself as a warrior after that.
That's what I was gonna say. I reckon Slim is gonna come and surprise us all because he does work hard. He does train, and so I reckon he's gonna surprise us all. He is hungry for it. He's hungry for his name, and as you said, he needs to redeem. So I reckon he will. I'm gonna go with Slim in this one.
So there we have it. I'm gonna go with FaZe Temperrr. T-Bone going with Slim. On to the next one.
Now, this is one that I'm actually excited for. Fousey and Deji. Fousey I've been following for years. Watched it when I was younger. But they're both going to be hungry. They're both going to go in that ring trying to get their name. Deji has lost 3 times in a row. Fousey's lost his. So they're both going to be going in.
He's lost more than in the ring, though, Fousey. That's what makes it so compelling for me. It's not even about the boxing. It's about the life journey of old Yousef, a.k.a. Fousey Tube. And also for Deji as well. I mean, look, three losses. He actually looks like he has some good slips and counters in some of his fights, but he just like mentally is never there. So let's see if he's able to unlock the beast in Deji the Tank and see what happens here. I'm not even sure what's going to happen. It's interesting to see what these two leave in the ring for their YouTube careers and so forth. Who are you going with?
I'm going to have to go with Deji. Deji's younger. He's been training hard. He's got some redemption to do. He's gonna be hungry. It's on the night of his brother's night. He's got a lot riding on him. He's got to be the little brother and win, especially if his brother wins. So that's what I'm going with, Deji.
I think the pressure might get to Deji. Not sure who I'm gonna pick here. Let's see what's next on this card anyway. King Kenny, FaZe Sensei. I'm going to go with FaZe Sensei. I think it's quite clear, man. I mean, King Kenny looked quite horrendous in his last fight, although FaZe Temperrr is quite a skilled opponent. So someone with no fighting experience to fight someone with sort of MMA experience, that sort of scenario is bound to happen. And I think the same thing's going to happen because FaZe Sensei has been doing this thing for a long time. He's been training, he's been fighting and so on and so forth. Easy victory for FaZe Sensei. I think maybe even a stoppage.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a stoppage as well. Easy victory. He's got kickboxing experience. He's got MMA. He's got the FaZe clan's got it all over there. I've heard. So I'm gonna go with FaZe Sensei as well.
Next fight on the card, Salt Papi, and don't let this image get it twisted for you. If you haven't seen him, we couldn't find of an image of how he looks, but of course he is looking slim, trim, and ready to win. And in his last fight, he looked good actually, man. He said he's been boxing from when he was 10. He never fought amateur, so he's trying to put some of his skills to use here against Adam Warski. Not seeing too much on him. Gonna go Salt Papi. He actually looks decent, like he could be a fighter if he looks to live the lifestyle. He could be quite decent and have a few bouts. Who are you going with in this one?
I'm gonna go with Salt Papi. As you said, he looked very strong last time, and he's made a transformation. He's probably gonna come out much stronger, make a name for himself, and he's very exciting to watch. He does like to do his little dancing and showboat, and so this is gonna be a good one. I'm excited for it.
Adam Warski. I don't know who he is, to be honest with you, completely. Good luck to you. This one I'm excited for. Sam Hyde is
he looks like a nutter. Yeah. This Sam Hyde looks like a nutter. This is gonna be a very entertaining one. Like And if you actually watch his stuff, he is a bit of a nutter. So it is gonna be crazy against the violin man. So let's see what happens.
If you watch the press conference, he was on some crazy stuff, some Irish Lucky Charm dude. And his training methods, man, I YouTube some of his training, what he was doing, and some things popped up, and he's just doing some crazy stuff. But he's a big dude, though. He's massive, 6'5", and he's built. I'm gonna go with Sam Hyde. I think the craziness will win.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Sam Hyde as well. Look at him, you know. Like, I don't think there's gonna be much competition. You know, Thompson might last because he's been training, but we'll see. We'll see. It'll be an exciting one.
And that's what I mean, though. If someone looks like they're a nutter and they're crazy, they go to some far lengths in their head when it comes to a fight compared to someone who looks kind of normal. So for that reason, I'm going with Sam Hyde.
And next we have Dean the Great and versus Evil Hero. This one I'm gonna go with Dean the Great. You know, I think he actually does like boxing clips on TikTok, so he would know how to box. He's probably been training. He's young, you know. He's probably a bit quick, so that's who I'm gonna go with on this one. They'll both be hungry, trying to make a name for themselves anyway. So it'll be an exciting fight to watch. The hunger will come out.
Yeah, I agree. I've seen more of Dean the Great, and he actually looks quite clean and tidy. So I'm gonna go with him to get the victory over Evil Hero.
And the one we've been waiting for, the next event, KSI and Luis Pineda. We will be waiting for this one. He's fighting two people. What do you think of this?
YouTuber or not, actual boxer or not, it's actually quite a historic thing to see. Because it's on such a big platform, sold out in the O2 Arena, you know, 20,000, whatever it is. I'm not even sure if that's the thing, but yeah, sold out venue. And KSI is deciding to fight two people on one night. And he's not fighting them back to back. I think he's fighting one, and then he's going to wait for the rest of the night, and then he's going to fight again, which I think is even more dangerous because once you fight and then you've cooled down, yeah, and you don't know how hard you're going to fight that fight before. You know, he might have to fight hard and then what's going to happen with his muscles, you know? He might sort of stiffen up and then he's got to fight someone else. So hats off to him. It's quite a historic thing. You know, I don't know much about Luis Pineda, and even that's dangerous. 23-year-old from Mexico. You know, these youngsters from Mexico are known to be dangerous as well, you know? They've come and upset many actual pro fighters, let alone people like KSI. So it's going to be very interesting to see. I'm not even sure who to go for in this one, to be honest.
I'm going to go with KSI. He's the obvious winner for me. He's the one that started this YouTube boxing thing with Joe Weller when he stopped him in the last round. Everything he does, he wins at, whether it's YouTube or the business of the drinks, the prime. He wins, and his music as well. Exactly. Everything is at a high level and a high standard. So I'm thinking he's going to come in the ring and he's going to show us everything that he's been working on and show us a high standard of boxing. So I'm going to go with KSI.
Now that you said that, I'm going to go with KSI. The man's a genius. It's true. Cannot doubt the man. Mental fortitude of a Shaolin monk. On to the next fight. KSI versus Swarmz. I'm going to go with KSI. I think KSI is going to probably knock Swarmz out. Swarmz took the fight on 2 weeks' notice. And not only has he had to learn how to box, but he's had to drop 10 kg in weight. And I think it's just way too much. He's probably going to come in flat, overwhelmed. And then I think the first couple of shots he gets hit, he's going to be shocked, and then shortly after dropped and then stabbed. What do you think?
Well, you never know. Swarmz might come in and upset everybody because he's got no experience. No one's ever seen him train. He hasn't really done much training. He's unpredictable. You know, he's going to be moving differently from what KSI has been training for. So it's going to be an exciting one. I'm going to go with KSI to win, but I wouldn't say maybe not knockout. I would say he might go the distance because Swarmz is coming from, he's probably had a few street fights. He's got the heart for it. You know, he is hungry for the name. He don't want to lose and get dropped in front of his hometown. So let's not count him out.
There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us. Let me know who you think is going to win in the comment section below. Like, subscribe. We'll be back with more content.